we now use, I use in my phone is the HDFC small application for paying my Airtel bill via HDFC. That is the smallest application I use on my mobile phone. So how can, what is the background of this process? Like how is it secure?
So it took us about 3 years to open up this platform. And one of the main reasons why we spent a lot of time thinking about it, it was how can we make the transactions safe and secure for the end users and for the developers who actually integrate with it. So we have very complex compliance and security models in place. If you're familiar with the PayPal brand, it does bring a peace of mind when you actually integrate with it. Unlike just a regular provider or someone who's actually building a payment gateway, who you can't trust. You don't know if they would actually have that due diligence. Will they have a team in place? Will they have the right risk models in place? Are they actually vetting the application correctly? That's the piece that we actually bring to the table. As far as the iPhone library is concerned, attend our session on Friday, and Khurram will be able to give you a little bit more details or stop by our government.
What's the network mechanism between the end user or the consumers with the PayPal and with the vendors?
So just like today, as an end consumer, if you want to send money to someone, it's a direct relationship between consumer to consumer. So I'll take a step back and explain to you a little bit about PayPal. PayPal started about 7 years ago, again, through a concept of being able to send money from a palm device to another palm device. So the founders who actually came up with the model of PayPal was about sending money from a palm device to another palm device. Little in their minds did they actually expect that PayPal would be a way that people would start preferring to pay online. So a lot of people, consumers, like two friends who were living together, wanted to pay each other rent. That's how they started using PayPal. So PayPal was just acting as a gateway in between. Then 5 years ago, I believe, we decided that after this became the preferred way on eBay, on how people were actually paying or completing transactions because they started trusting the model, we decided to take PayPal off eBay and introduce the merchant opportunities. That you can see a lot of merchants who come online today don't have the penetration of being able to get traffic onto their site. And as soon as they actually integrate PayPal, it can actually be generated through the marketing engine. So for a consumer, me as a consumer or you as a consumer who wants to buy maybe Royal Challenger's shirt that the captain wears over here or the Dravid wears, and you want to purchase it on an internet site, it enables PayPal integration. So the consumer actually finds a benefit by going to a merchant site. Merchant finds it easier to get traffic onto their site. The relationship at that point is between the merchant and PayPal on how they actually finish the transaction. But for a consumer's point of view, they get a benefit of being able to purchase something online. And then the third way, which is opening up our platform, where we see you as developers should not have to worry about how payments are settled and how payments are made. By utilizing PayPal's platform and our APIs, you certainly have the ability of creating a business which is not just domestic focused, but you can actually also go cross-border. 190 countries, 24 currencies supported. So suddenly you're building an application sitting in India where you can have your customers be based in Singapore, in the US or United Kingdom, being able to do e-commerce with you. So overall, the relationship that you establish is either a one-to-one relationship, either a merchant-to-consumer relationship, or you're enabling people to be able to build applications. So those are the different case scenarios that we can cover.
Of comparing the consumer goods when you are placing an order via PayPal.
Yes, as I mentioned, through products on the phone right now, Shop Savvy, it allows you to look at a particular product, or you look at multiple products and see the comparison prices that are available. That's available online right now through Shop Savvy. It's very easy for one of you guys to build a comparison shopping website, which enables someone who comes to the site to look at, should I buy the Wii, should I buy Sony PlayStation, or should I go for the Xbox? That's a comparison of 3 products. You could also do a comparison of different prices available from different vendors on your site, and that's pretty much available right now.
So, how is the APIs like
So right now it's supported in multiple languages. If you are a Java developer, you have the toolkits available from our side. A PHP developer, those are available. We're also looking at opening these up in Python and JSP. But those are iterations that we're looking into. .NET developers, there are a few APIs available right now, not all of them. But again, we've got to hear the feedback. Can I get a show of hands on how many Java developers or .NET developers? Obviously today being the .NET day, I'm sure there's a lot of .NET developers. And what is your preferred language to do coding in? C#. Okay. Put take a note.
We talk about PHP, right? There are a lot of CMSs generally people deploy when they go out for website development. Let's say it's my personal page, I want to have a PayPal integration, so my it's online. So for CMS like Drupal or Joomla, so do PayPal develop the bridge components, or is I have to go for the CMS and ask for the component for the integration?
I run a foundation, a private foundation, and I collect donations online, and that's actually built on PHP. It took me 5 lines of code to integrate our donate button, and it was working easily. So if that's what you want to do, is just a quick checkout model, it enables you to actually just integrate directly into it by putting a few lines of code. Now that's the regular model of you being able to pass someone off from your side over to PayPal side and come back. Through our adaptive suite of APIs, what Guru will talk on Friday is the ability of having an inline experience. So you don't actually leave your side to go complete the transaction, you can actually build it right into your UI flow. That will go a little bit more detail on Friday. So it's the adaptive suite.
The APIs are available for free?
Yes, they are. So everything, so I should be very clear. When you come and use PayPal, there is no money involved that you give to us. There's only money involved that flows from our gateway into your accounts. So you as developers, once you integrate with PayPal, you'll not be left wondering if I'm actually going to be able to monetize for my application or not. You're not left wondering, hey, let me put in some sort of an AdSense model, or let me put advertising into my application. That's the only way that I'll be able to make money. You will see real money flow into your account. So absolutely all the documentation, all the APIs, all the sample code, it's all free. The only thing that we ask is, and we made our documentation available outside authentication, but it's always good to get involved in the community. It's always good to see what other people are building out. So register on x.com and get a community name. That enables you to get a little bit more stuff, such as research. Like you might be building a mobile application, but the research that I might make available through O'Reilly or through GigaOM, I might put it behind authentication. So it's just like one click away, but it's just to get our more community people involved into our site. But absolutely everything is free from us.
PayPal be also involved in any dispute handling, like for example, I buy some service and money is transferred and then the services are not good, or maybe it's not given or something, is the disputes and stuff.
PayPal always goes with the mantra of being on the consumer side. So there is dispute resolution. If you actually buy some services and goods through PayPal and you end up not getting the service that you thought that you were getting through the merchant side, you can always dispute that transaction. And what PayPal looks for is documentation from both sides, documentation from the merchant, documentation from the consumer, and then they make a classification of how it is actually going to be able to be resolved. If it happens so that you are right with the documentation that you've provided of the services that you asked for and you didn't get, obviously we are on the customer side and we will fulfill and credit you back into your account, your PayPal account, whatever transaction amount you spent.